Classical Roots, the Source of Our Language, is a brief tutorial on how to use our vocabulary homework assignment to grow your vocabulary. Remember the purpose of this assignment. By identifying the classical roots of vocabulary words, you should be able to decode other words that come your way and might otherwise confound you. The point here is to grow your vocabulary and to improve your reading fluency. So the procedure is this. First, you want to define the terms by using the online etymology dictionary. That's available on our blog at the bottom, and it's at etymonline.com. Your next step will be to complete the sentences in the graphic organizer. You can see here this sample has Vocabulary Lesson 3, Personal Relationships, Part 1. Then you'll define the root, paying attention to the relationship among the words that include each root. So let's have a look at how we might complete the vocabulary for Lesson 3. Looking at the word matrix, we go to the online etymology dictionary. And we have a look. Matrix was from the late 14th centuries when it came into our language, and it originally meant uterus or womb. Reading along, we find out that it had a history in Old French, matrice, that came from the Latin matrix, that had to do with being a pregnant animal. In late Latin, womb also meant source or origin, from mater, or mother. So now we get a sense that the root of this word is mother. But we take for our definition a sense of place or medium where something is developed. Back at our homework assignment, we complete the sentence, matrix is a noun that means the place or medium where something is developed. And we note already that the classical root mater needs mother. Next, we can look up the word matriarchy and see what happens. And it doesn't look like there's much there, but we click the link for the root matriarch. Mother who heads a family or tribe. Matri and arch, right? So let's see what that means. Matri is the word-forming element meaning mother. But let's go back for a second. Let's see what the root arch means. The root arch, right here, is a word-forming element meaning ruler. So we've seen that with anarchy, matriarchy, patriarchy. Back at the assignment, we complete the sentence by writing matriarchy is a noun that means a society led by women. So far, so good. Let's try and matriculate and see what we got. To matriculate is a verb. It's from the 1570s that means to admit a student to a college by enrolling his name on the register. From the late Latin matriculatus, blah, 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 to register, from Latin matricula, diminutive of matrix. List role, also source or womb. But look, it's not such a clean and simple definition here or source. The connection of senses in the Latin word seems to be via confusion of Greek metra, meaning womb, and an identical but different Greek word meaning metra, to register. Evidently, Latin matrix was used to translate both, though it originally shared meaning with only one. Well, who knew? But there it is. The root of the word has some connection to source or womb, and it had a cloudy history way before our time. Back at the assignment, matriculate, verb that means to admit a student to a college by enrolling his name on the register. And we've also added the definition of the root right here, which means mother. So now when we see words with the matra prefix, we can make the relationship or the connection back to the classical root meaning mother. Now at the bottom of our assignment, we can just add our sentences using these words. And I've created two for you as samples. The first one uses the word matrix. Researchers use a matrix of nutritious gelatin to grow bacteria in laboratories. Okay, that shows the reader that I know what the word matrix means, and I know what part of speech it is. My second sample, in John Irving's 1989 novel, A Prayer for Owen Meany, Johnny Wheelwright grows up in a matriarchy led by his grandmother, who is head of the household and sets the ground rules and expectations of the family. When you're completing this assignment, you're going through the same process. And it should be your goal to be able to use this table in a way that lets you make the connection between the words in the central column back to the root that you've defined, and to be able to complete the sentence in this box, identifying the part of speech as well as the definition. This concludes our tutorial on how to complete the vocabulary assignment.